Two contemporary Chinese philosophers, Lao-Tzu and Confucius, lived around 550 BCE and gave origin to two philosophies, namely Taoism and Confucianism. Confucianism deals with ethics, good behavior, and moral character, while Taoism concerns itself with personal, metaphysical, and mystical aspects of life. Legend has it that two masters met more than once, Lao-Tzu being somewhat senior to Confucius. According to legend, Lao-Tzu is said to have tired of life in Zhou court as it grew increasingly morally corrupt. So he left and rode on a water buffalo to the western borders of the Chinese Empire. Although he was dressed as a farmer, the border official recognized him and asked him to write down his wisdom. What Lao-Tzu wrote became the sacred text called Tao Te Ching. After writing this, Lao-Tzu is said to have crossed the border and disappeared from history, perhaps to become a hermit. Tao originally means the way. It is the way or process of the universe, the order of nature. It is the ultimate reality that underlies and unifies the multiple things and events we observe. The world is seen as continuous flow and change. The Tao is the cosmic process in which all things are involved. But there are constant patterns in these changes. The world is composed of opposites, yin and yang. We cannot perceive anything until it has an opposite. There is a constant and dynamic interplay between these opposites. It is called the flux of life. The yang, having reached its climax, retreats in favor of the yin. The yin, having reached its climax, retreats in favor of yang. The sage recognizes these patterns and directs his actions according to them. In this way, he becomes one with Tao, living in harmony with nature. This can only be done if we do not attach ourselves with the ever-changing and polar world of opposites, and by living above the flux of the material world. Acting in harmony with nature thus means acting spontaneously and according to one's true nature. It means trusting one's intuitive intelligence, which is innate in human mind, just as laws of nature are innate in all things around us. The actions of the Taoist sage thus arise from his intuitive wisdom, spontaneously and in harmony with his environment. He does not need to force himself or anything around him, but merely adapts his actions to the movements of the Tao. He flows like water in harmony with the current of Tao. Such a way of acting is called Wu Wei in Taoist philosophy, a term which means literally non-action, and which Joseph Needham translates as refraining from activity contrary to nature. Non-action does not mean doing nothing or keeping silent. Let everything be allowed to do what it naturally does, so that its nature will be satisfied. In conclusion, Lao-Tzu's philosophy advocates naturalness, spontaneity, and freedom from social conventions and desires. The important Taoist principles are inaction, simplicity, and living in harmony with nature. The purpose of human beings is then to live life according to the Tao, which requires passivity, calmness, and non strife, known by Taoists as Wu Wei. You can get notifications of new videos if you subscribe the channel. Thank you.